Why are you holding your breath?
Hey everybody, it's your girl KayRay, and today we're here with the Bassi fan plus Baines plus BPC. I'm really excited about this Jalika because it's in celebration of International Women's Month, and I thought no better to ask all of you who are doing such amazing things on your own, and you're such an inspiration for a lot of young folks to see what a sisterhood really looks like. So this Jalika is a very special Jalika. We have it sponsored by BPC Law Firm. Who are you? And what do you do?
Let's start. I'm Bassi and I'm a model.
Yeah, she just had her first cover, which is right here, by the way, for Glow magazines, which is amazing.
My name is GURPREET Baines. I'm a real estate and estates lawyer at Baines Professional Corporation located in Mississauga.
I'm GAGAN Bassi. I'm the founder of bridgeandbardo.com.
You might have seen me wear all her clothes every single second of every day, and I'm always tagging her and everything, so make sure you guys go and follow.
I'm GURJEET Bassi. I'm a filmmaker.
I'm PARDEEP Bassi, and I modeled for a bit, but now I'm acting full-time. And I have a movie coming out this year. It's called The Drowning.
Yeah! Yes! Go watch it.
Make sure you watch it.
Yeah.
I'm BALJIT Baines, and I'm a flight attendant.
I'm PINDER Bassi and I'm an HR professional.
What do you think makes your family dynamic so unique and so special?
So what I think is unique about us is that we're all around the same age and we all share a lot of similar interests, which is kind of unique to have that many cousins that all love the same thing and really get along well.
What is your favorite place to travel? Is a flight attendant going around the world.
Well, I've only been flying for about a year now, so
no big deal.
no big deal. Out of the year, my favorite place is by far Delhi. Just because
Represent.
Yeah.
you know what? I had this stereotypical opinion of India before I went there personally.
Oh, nice.
And because I wasn't really connected with our culture. Now that I've gone there, and I've gone there over and over, like twice or 3 times a month,
Oh, wow.
I'm obsessed, and I can't wait to go back.
I have like an addiction to India.
Yeah.
I love it so much. It feels like
Yeah.
home too. What brand are you guys from, by the way? I know that's such a reference.
We're gonna go and but they're none.
Yeah.
But all from Punjab.
Yeah.
No, she's here. No, my shit. Oh, yeah.
Family there. Yeah.
Any other travel stories you guys want to share? We went to Italy together.
Yeah, that was
which is,
amazing.
I feel like my favorite place now.
You have to refer to the other video.
Yes. Refer to this. Gelato from hell.
I was in Athens for 5 days.
Wow.
Bali and I did something very similar. She went with Khalsa Aid, I went with a close friend of mine, and we worked with Syrian refugees, and I think that was by far one of the most rewarding trips I've ever taken.
I went to Haiti with Khalsa and it was the same thing. It's just so much more meaningful when you're going somewhere and you're actually doing something for someone that doesn't, literally, they don't know what the internet is, and they don't know, like, they don't have access to this stuff, and, and it's just so crazy that we take so many things for granted, so kudos to you guys for doing this too.
So many things happening around the world, and when you come here, people are just obsessed with celebrity culture.
Oh, yeah.
It was just ridiculous. I'm like, hello, like, guys, there's stuff happening in the world. It was so hard transitioning when I came back.
I had the same difficulty, especially when I came back from Haiti. At the end of the day, if you don't experience it, it's really difficult for you to understand.
Like in Syria, they were in our positions where they like lived with their families, they were happy, like it was like a prosperous country until it just went into war, and like that could happen to anyone.
Exactly. What is your favorite thing about being from Brampton?
Indian food.
I just feel so close to family.
True. Okay.
I grew up in Muskoka. When I came here, I didn't really know a lot about our culture. It was really cool to see the community that we have in Brampton. We never long for anything. There's Indian food in every corner.
And I think you realize it when you're like, when you step away from it.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh
It's amazing.
I hate people who are like always like hating on Brampton, but they live in Brampton.
Yes,
that's the worst.
those are the worst
Or like Brampton girls be like,
Yeah.
remember that was trending?
yeah, that was trending. Like, who's your favorite fashion icon?
Rihanna.
Yeah.
And looking at Cher recently, I'm like, she's so cool.
Like Cher as in like
Cher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also really like Alexander McQueen.
Oh yeah, of course.
Gagan is my icon.
I was
Gagan is my
Thank you guys. I thought it was the first answer, but it's okay. Top five.
it's always about top 5.
What is your worst fashion trend that you've done that you've regretted?
Oh god, everything.
I know. So I actually know Preeti. Yeah, before all of you. So I know Preeti and Preeti.
She's a baby.
So I was 13 when I first met you. And I remember.
I know what you're gonna say. I know.
I know. One contact in her eye. Oh my god, I remember this time.
I started doing it after her.
I started trend.
Wait, it was one colored contact?
Hazel color.
So there's a story behind that. I would lose it. And I was blind as a bat.
You Regina Georged one contact.
Yeah, it was really bad. I just thought, fuck it, just rock it. Contact lenses are the worst.
Yeah.
It was definitely mine. I wore gray contacts.
Oh, yeah.
I wore gray contacts.
Blonde hair with the gray contacts.
I was just gonna say that. That's my word. I'm guilty too.
It was cool kind of back then.
It was cool.
Yeah.
So 2000s were a rough
It was a
time for
different
us.
time.
That was when hair tilted.
Guys, what's the smell? Did anybody unplug the straightener?
Yeah, I did. I thought I did.
It's unplugged.
Is it burning? Is it my hair?
What was your worst date ever?
We don't go on dates.
Boys don't exist in this world. What makes your law firm unique, and why do you think it's important for young adults to understand the system?
The system being the legal system.
The legal system.
The thing about BPC is that we're really approachable. I mean, if you were to ever come to our office, you'll see that it's not only run by me, but I have my legal assistant right now who will soon hopefully become a paralegal once again. My mother. It's a family-run business, so you'll get that feel once you come in and meet the team as well. And yeah, I mean, all of us really have a laid-back approach to the legal services that we provide. So that's, I think, a little bit of a unique feature with BPC.
Can I just add to that? Like, I actually used the services when I bought my condo. It was nice to have someone there that like walked me through the process, because at the end of the day, I had no idea like what was going on. Like, what am I signing? I'm signing a million pieces of paper.
Yeah.
I'm dropping so much money on this condo right now. Go be GURPREET babes. She was great. She like made me feel so comfortable. It just gave me peace of mind and ease. Like, someone could explain everything to me. I actually understood what was happening, and I know the treatment I got wasn't anything to do with me being family or anything.
Thank you, boo.
It actually just, it felt like she did this on the regular, and this is what she does for everyone.
I think people understand.
We got a testimonial.
I'll pay you later. It's one of the biggest investments that you're gonna make in your life, you know. So it's really important that you know what you're signing. You're gonna go through countless documents. Like, once you go through the process, you'll understand and what the repercussions can be if you don't comply with some of the conditions in there. It's really, really important that you have a lawyer that goes through every aspect of it and also simplifies legal terms so that you understand what you're doing.
I'm like always signing contracts and stuff, and I'm just like, I can't. I don't know what it says, and I make like other friends read it. I know that I should be going to a lawyer. It is like scary for a lot of young folks because they feel like they can't afford it.
I mean, we have set prices. It's not. That's another thing that you'll notice with our firm. We're really transparent. We let you know right off the bat what it's going to cost, and we can work with your budget. I mean, if you need to do a payment plan. Whatever works. I mean, it's all about customer service. We want to work with you. We want to work with your budget, and we want to get the job done. A lot of young people are starting their own businesses, which a few of us here have done. I do incorporate businesses as well. And I do a little bit of everything.
Oh my god, I need to come to you.
Yeah.
Oh, I seriously have to incorporate my business.
Yeah.
I'll go be, but she's like, the nicest person too. Like she's like honestly,
So
like she's
chill.
just like
She's so giving.
and like you just want to we're close now, but I remember like when we were younger, I'm like, oh my god, I want to be friends with her.
Yeah, you're the best, Gopi.
I love you guys. I love you guys. Aw, so sweet.
She's always down.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
no, seriously.
I'm really
Every
liking
time.
Make sure you keep this.
Go, Guppy.
Now, there are obviously a lot of barriers that we face when it comes to equality, especially when it comes to the legal system as well. Why do you think it's important for not only women but men to stand against this? What are some things that we could do to challenge these notions? I think men challenging
Like, why is
other
it
men
important?
too.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
men challenging other men
Yeah,
and
it's like the-
standing up for it.
Yeah.
In a situation where not a single woman is there. Many guys will probably pay lip service to it
Yeah.
and say stuff while other women are around. But speaking up for the women in your life and not the women in your life, all women, while you're only with a group of men.
Yeah, it doesn't always
That's
have
gonna
to
go
be
a
your
long way.
sister or your mother.
And that's why it's so important to educate the men in your life. Just because like if you're not there in that situation, they will like represent you and they'll like speak on your behalf. Men will listen to other men.
if I said it, it just sounded like me being reactive.
Yeah, like oh, she's just a crazy feminist.
She's just
Like,
an angry
like she's
woman.
just feminist. Yeah.
And other men in my life that do actually call out other men, and they're not doing it because I said anything. They're doing it just because they know that's the thing to do. Like,
That like makes you feel so good.
yeah,
Oh
and I was
my
like,
god.
wow, you actually get it, you know?
Especially in our community.
Yeah.
Like, it
Yeah.
would be incredible
It's really
to
hard.
hear
Yeah.
guys in
Yeah.
our community speaking out about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, and it doesn't happen.
It
a
doesn't.
lot, which is
It
like
really
so
doesn't.
shitty. Like
A lot of guys are very silent and they don't say anything when they see women just, you know, their pictures being shared and they're
exploited.
saying all these things and being
and
exploited.
they think it's,
Exactly.
I think it's funny.
Obviously, I've grown thick skin to not care about this stuff anymore. I'm like, wow, this is happening to so many girls.
And some of them are too young to be able to
Stand up for them.
to stand up for themselves and to just brush it off.
Yeah.
And if you're that young and that impressionable, like, and I mean, I can't even imagine growing up with Instagram.
I know.
Like,
I
I'm
know.
so
I'm
blessed that it
scared,
wasn't
man.
around when I was
Yeah.
in school. But
Scary times to be
like,
alive for sure.
I think the only way you can stop and the only way you can do something about it is if other guys speak out.
Yeah.
And people stop it in its tracks.
Yeah.
I actually think that there is definitely a huge shift
Of
in
course.
this, but women and how they treat other women
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
The unity now that I see is beautiful.
It's so
but you know, for the youth, I just hope that you can see that, and I hope that you can stand by one another and support one another when you see things like this happening. And
Yeah.
there's a sisterhood there. We need each other
Yeah,
to really
especially-
fight this.
Yeah, girls participating in slut shaming as well.
Yeah.
For me, for example, I don't have any sisters, so I didn't grow up with.
What do you
It was difficult for me to see brown women as like a circle and just supporting one another. You are so lucky that you have that. Now there's women that are standing by each other and there is a sisterhood.
Before I wanted to be a flight attendant, I was actually training to be a police officer. The only reason I was doing that, and I found out later on, was because I was just trying to make my parents proud. I put myself in that position for years and years. I realized that I wasn't happy. I just quit one day and took 6 months off, and I found what I really was meant to do in life. I was meant to see the world.
You girls are actors and models and filmmakers and fashion designers. I want to know, what are some struggles that you might have had being in a community that isn't really represented in the arts?
I just didn't think it was possible for me just because I didn't see a lot of people that looked like me on TV and movies. So the idea of becoming an actor or model just didn't cross my mind. But I had a lot of other interests, like I wanted to learn about international development. That's something that really resonated with me as well. But then I started modeling and I loved being in front of the camera and it was always imaginative. It was a long process. It took me a while to just be honest with myself and then I was able to say it out loud to others. Like, this is what I want to do. And then the more I said it and the more I started doing little things, it was like, okay, yeah, this is what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
And for me, I know like Bassi and Pinder, they paved the way for me. It also kind of had to do with like the self-doubts you put in your head. I never thought I'd be on the cover of a magazine. Grew up watching America's Next Top Model, Canada's Next Top Model, and I like was in love with those shows. I knew all the supermodels and everything, but I just never thought, like even when Bassi was doing it, I just never thought like it would be a possibility for me.
Yeah.
I think that has a lot to do with representation, because you grow up seeing these people and they don't look like you, and because they don't look like you, you feel like that can't be you. I was actually inspired by seeing more like Indian models on TV, on the runways and like magazines, and seeing how far they were going. I just thought maybe it wouldn't be a career that could last. Been having a few successes.
She just literally started. She just signed with an agency.
Yeah, October.
Her trajectory has been so amazing so far, and that just shows you why you were meant to do it.
And Preeti as well. Like she's only been acting for like a year.
Yeah, she just started too, and she's on her first feature film. Like all the struggles that happen, obviously, is the universe's way of trying to see if you even want this career. I think it's super amazing that all of you decided to go pursue your passions in whatever way. Being a filmmaker from AFI, which is obviously an elite school in LA, and I was trying to go to that.
My dad actually, when I first told him this is what I want to do when I graduated university, he was like, they're not going to accept you. There's no one that looks like you. Like my dad said this to me years ago. It's just going to be heartbreaking for you. And like as my kid, I don't want you to go through that.
Yeah.
At the time, I was like, no. Now I look back on it, I'm like, wow, like that's incredible. And so like I can see where my parents were coming from with their doubts, and it wasn't like their doubt in our abilities or talents or anything like that. It's just because they don't want to see you do something where they're worried that other people will not let you succeed. Ultimately, if you want to do it, you kind of have to push past through all that kind of stuff and just keep doing it.
It's financial stability for them as well.
It's a huge one.
I
Like
think
it's these types, like this industry, in all different ways. Like it's not financially stable.
Like sometimes they're just like, are you sure you still don't want to go back to school and do something else? I'm like, no. It's hard doing what you really want to do, but your parents will eventually like accept it, and because they love you and they'll understand.
It's not like you have to do a career in the arts.
Yeah, I know, like it seems like a cool thing to do right now, but it's not easy.
Like if that's not your thing, then
and I do want to say that too, because I think a lot of people are just like, oh, now that we have access to the internet, which is a beautiful thing as well, it's a blessing. It's also not easy, and I think that people think it's easy just to post pictures online and make a career out of it. It's not really just that. For us, it's really been like a struggle.
Touching base on having your own business and kind of creating your own vision, fashion line or own branding. Anything you do, you gotta be passionate about it. You gotta see it through. There's gonna be a lot of ups and downs. It's never like just like this
walking
uphill battle. I do think that it does eventually pay off. Hard work and determination.
And some days, like, you might have your off day, you might have some bad days, and it's okay to have that. Like, it's okay to feel upset, to feel down, because you need that time to like to self-reflect
for sure,
and like to move forward. Because without self-reflection, you can't move forward. Anything you do, you need discipline.
Applies to every career
that applies
path.
to everything.
Even people that have a desire to do like conventional jobs that parents normally do approve of. It's not knocking the struggle, because sometimes there's a struggle within organizations and in the corporate world that a lot of individuals need to overcome. You know, some doors are not easily open to us. It took me a while to get my first professional job, even with like a university degree. I had my HR certificate. Hard, like my parents didn't have the connections to get me a referral or a co-op or intern position anywhere. There's a lot in our community that people have been working hard and they're trying to succeed, and I'm just proud of like everybody that's doing it in their own unique way.
What advice would you give to your younger self?
It's gonna be okay.
It doesn't, high school doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter.
Be happy, enjoy
and stop being so hard on yourself.
I
Be
agree.
your friend. Be your own best friend. Spend so much time hating yourself.
Growing up to learn to hate yourself.
The haters that come on your path, they're just a blessing in disguise, because you're going to learn a lesson down the road that they had taught you, but you don't realize it in the moment.
Don't be afraid to go for what you really want. You won't regret chasing what you want.
You validate you.
Yeah, life is not Insta.
Yeah, it's not like
not instant.
nothing happens overnight.
Later, Graham.
Yeah.
If we didn't cover any questions, you can just write them in the comment section. If you need someone to talk to, like, I mean, if you don't have an older sister, like, we're here. Like, we can talk to you.
Contact us directly. Yeah.
Sisters. We're your sisters.
But wait, there's more.
We would like to accept you if you were one of our sisters.
And Baldi too.
Yeah, you can sit with us. You can sit with us. You can sit with us. Thank you all for being on this segment. This is one of my favorite Jolly Cups, I'm not gonna lie. Sorry to all the other guests. But make sure you follow all of these beautiful ladies online. Thank you to BPC for sponsoring this segment. It's truly a pleasure to hear your expertise. Thank you to all of you just sharing your stories and hearing you know, the struggles that you've had to go through. It's not easy to share that online, so thank you for, you know, taking the time to do that.
For sure. She's
Thank
awesome.
you. Love you all. And good night.
Good night.
Rap line that you would say to any haters.
Haters on my body, shake 'em off.
Oh!